What's up everybody, welcome back to One More Guitar. Thanks for checking out the video. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, and if you enjoy the video, please take a second to hit the like button. It really helps the videos out. So I got something pretty cool today. Glarry contacted me and asked if I wanted to check out one of their guitars on the channel, and I said absolutely. Seems like a win-win to me. They get to put their product out in front of more people, and we get to check out some new gear. So I really do appreciate them sending it out. I'll put a link to their website in the description. It's glarrymusic.com. But I want to say, full disclosure, they did send me the guitar, but I'm going to give you my honest opinion of it, and we're going to check it out. So while we take a look at this guitar, I'm going to keep two groups of people in mind. Beginners, and then people who like to buy guitars just to mod them. I figured those would be the groups most interested in a guitar at this price point. So let's go check out the Glarry GST. Alright, before we open this box, I want to point this out. It looks like there was a little bit of damage in shipping here, but if I press on it, it seems like there's some good padding underneath, so I don't expect the guitar to be damaged, but we'll see what happens when we get inside here. So let's check it out. The reason I picked this model is because I wanted to try one of their base models. They have an upgraded version of this, but I wanted to know what you got at the lowest price point, since these are beginner guitars, and I figure a lot of people are going to look to that lower price point when they're looking at these. So let's check this out. If I can get the thing out of the box. And there we go. Alright, let's check it out. That's it. Heck yeah, that looks pretty good. It's got a little, yeah, it's just some dust, some dirt. Some scratches on the pick guard, but I'm assuming there's a plastic cover on that, so that should be fine. Neck feels a little thicker than I was expecting, really. That's like a C profile. It's good. The headstock looks decent. It's very lightweight. See, we got a little bit of a ding or something here. I don't know if that happened in shipping or just a deal with the manufacturing. Little plastic covering over the trim system here. Got the neck plate, doesn't say anything, but looks fine. Pickup's right up next to the neck. Well, I mean, for $100, not a bad looking guitar. Let's see what it sounds like. Nah, before we see what it sounds like, let's see what it came with. We also have a gig bag, and I mean, there's not a lot of protection with this bag, I can tell you that right now. It's just very thin nylon, but something to carry your guitar in. Better than nothing, right? Got a strap and a pick. And we've got a cable, an Allen wrench, and a trim arm. For the $100 price point, I mean, you can get yourself a guitar and some of the accessories you need without having to spend a lot of money. Why did I put that back in there? It's not going to stay in there. Alright, so this is straight out of the box. I haven't done anything yet. Let's go over it real quick, and then we'll turn the amp on and see what it sounds like. Alright, definitely out of tune, so let's tune it up. Well, see here, I'm noticing that I've got a tuner that is pretty loose there, but I think I can tighten that with a screwdriver, so let me get a screwdriver. Well, it works. It just has a little bit of play when you change directions. See if I can tighten that up a little more. Again, the neck profile surprises me a little bit. It feels pretty good. It's just like a regular C. I thought they might target beginners and go with a slimmer profile, but this is really comfortable even for my hands. Let's go ahead and plug it in and see what it sounds like out of the box. What am I doing, man? I need the bar. A white tip on a black Strat. Okay. Man, those springs in the back are really tight. That's a lot of pressure I'm having to put on that. I'll have to loosen that up when I set it up. Something don't sound in tune, does it? I guess now's a good time to mention how much I had to tune this guitar up while I was shooting this part. I've done a lot of these videos, and I've never had to tune one up as many times as I did this one in such a short amount of time. I don't know if it's just the quality of these strings, or if it's the way this bridge is set up. Could possibly be the nut or the tuners, but I definitely had to tune this guitar way more than I usually do during the demo. So my first impression of this guitar is that it actually sounds and plays halfway decent, but it needs a setup really bad. There's several things. The springs on the bridge are way too tight. This pickup is way too high. And these strings aren't very good. And these tuners I'm not so sure about. I've had some tuning issues, but again, that could just be the strings. So we'll figure all that out when we set it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go set this guitar up. I'm going to play it for about a week or so, and then I'll give you my full review of it. So see you then. And we're back. So I've set up this guitar, I've played it for about a week, and I'm happy to say that my tuning issues have pretty much disappeared. Once I changed the strings and set up the bridge, loosened the springs in the back, I was able to keep the guitar in tune, and it sounds and plays a lot better than it did. So now let's do the fun part. What I want to do is show you what it sounds like in a mix, and then we'll take a look at each individual pickup position and see what that sounds like. All right, let's go through these individual pickup positions real quick. We'll start at position 5 and work our way back towards the bridge. And we're playing clean through the Blues Junior right now. All right, let's play around with a little bit of overdrive real quick. Let's go ahead and take the pick guard off, take a look at it, take a closer look under the hood. You can tell that the part that was under the fretboard got kind of chewed up here. Alright, let's check out the pickup cavities. Again, I'm seeing a lot of dust and dirt in here. Oh, do you guys see what I'm seeing? Check it out. This thing is routed for humbuckers. That's sweet. So that's definitely a point in favor for the modders. It's nice that they did this for you, so you can put whatever pickups you want in here. Let's take a look at the electronics. I'm not really seeing any markings on the pickups. If we take a look at the pots and the switch, we've got the dime size pots, PCB switch, all the stuff that you would typically expect in an affordable guitar like this. Let's take a look at the back of the trim system here. You can see that it comes with a small size block. Some kind of mess in the cavity here too. But for the most part, everything looks as I would expect it to in here. In the right light, I can see a little crack above where the screw is that holds this plate on. Here you can see that the springs are tightened down as much as they possibly could be. I think somebody just got a drill and spun these screws until they stopped. There's also a little chip in the finish here. I thought it was a speck of dirt, but it's not. I can't get it off. I want to talk about the way the neck feels for a minute. It definitely feels unfinished. I'm sure there's some finish on it, but it feels like raw wood, and they probably could have done a little bit better job sanding it. There's a couple of rough spots, so just wanted to mention that. All right, the next thing I want to do is the tissue test, but before I do, I want to say that it seems that they really did put some time into this fretwork. It feels really comfortable, and it's probably one of the best parts about this guitar. So let's check it out with the tissue. I don't hear it or feel it snagging at all. No tears in the paper. Check the bottom. Same thing, I don't feel it or hear it at all. And nothing in the paper. So like I said, I really want to commend them for their fretwork, especially at this price point. I've bought affordable guitars before with much worse frets than this. So good job, Glarry. I do think these are comfortable frets, and that's really important. So what are my final thoughts on the Glarry GST? Well, out of the box, it really needed a setup. The strings were pretty much junk, and these tuners were really frustrating. But other than that, I think the guitar played really well, and I think the pickups actually sounded pretty decent, especially at this price point. After I set the guitar up, it played and sounded a lot better to me, and it would stay in tune a lot more. So let's talk about the two different groups we were mentioning earlier, the beginners and the modders. So would I buy this guitar for a beginner? Well, maybe. If you're looking at this guitar as a beginner, or if you're thinking about buying it for somebody else, I will say that you really need to invest in a setup for this guitar. It's going to be really frustrating to play it otherwise. So that's just something you need to know. It might cost you $50 to $100 more to get it set up, but it's definitely worth it. Otherwise, I think it plays fine and it sounds good enough, so yeah, definitely. As far as modding goes, for sure I recommend this as a modding platform. You saw that the pickup routes are made for humbuckers, so you can swap any of that out. You've got the dime size pots and stuff like that in here, so swap out the electronics, put a new nut on here, new tuners, paint the thing if you want to, refinish the neck. There's definitely a lot of good stuff that you could do with this guitar, and especially with that price point, you're not investing too much in something to start out with. So yeah, I think this is a great guitar for modding. So that's my thoughts on the Glarry GST. I really want to say thanks again to Glarry for sending it out. And again, I'll put a link to their website in the description, so check that out. I really do appreciate you watching the video. Again, remember to hit the like button if you liked it. And until next time, take it easy and keep playing.